Next up is the lifestyle segment, and Doreen Arang is outside with Masaku Skating Club. The topic of discussion is skating for life. Doreen?
All right, so we now want to move to a lifestyle conversation this Thursday morning. Our focus being skating for life, and you can clearly see I'm joined by a group of young children, skaters. These are actually referred to as the Masaku Skaters Club, and right just now I'll be joined by their coach, that is Stephen Kiyoko, who is the coach of Masaku Skaters Club, and he will be talking to us about this particular sport, oftentimes known as and regarded as a hobby. But are you aware that this can actually become an income generating kind of sport? That is what we want to dive into just right now, and I am joined by the coach, that is Stephen Kiyoko. Kuna baridi batuko hapa?
Thanks.
How are you feeling?
I'm feeling good. My name is Stephen Kiyoko. I'm the coach of Masaku Skaters Club. I coach these kids you've seen here, and feeling good to be here.
You're feeling good. We are weathering the cold.
Yeah, feeling good. It's a nice weather for skating.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, looks like also we'll come to that in a bit when it comes to weather and what it entails, the kind of weather that is actually suitable for skating. But let's start from the beginning. I want you to talk to us about Masaku Skaters Club, when it began, na imekuwa on for how long?
Yeah, Masaku Skaters started in 2015, and basically we started as a fun sport. We were having fun in the streets until we saw the sense of having a club and maybe making a team whereby we can do it together, enjoy it together. Exactly.
So ilianza just as a fun sport.
Yeah, exactly. That's wakati unaona skating, what you see, it's fun. Uonangi kwanza the professional part of it. You see skating as a fun sport, and that's why unaona watu wengi, they just want to join because of that fun. But there's something behind it that it's painful, it's costly, yeah. So when you go through that process, that's when you feel like you want to try more. Yeah, you want to push it to the next level. Exactly. Yeah.
Skating for life, Coach Steve, why is skating for you? Is this something that you also were doing before? Now you can feel, okay, I've done it good number of times, let me now embark on even training these kids.
Okay, allow me say I was inspired by my cousin. My cousin came to visit me in Machakos, and he came with skates. His name is Jeff. He came with skates, and I saw how fun was in and how he enjoyed, and I was like, I want to do this. Yeah.
So imekuwa on for how long?
Imekuwa since 2015 up to date. Yeah.
And you strictly focus on kids, because out on they're really young kids that you focus with.
Yeah, exactly. It's not easy to work with teens, to work with youth, grown-ups. It's hard. It's hard. It's easy to control kids. Yeah, kids can listen and kids can believe in you. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, because it's easy to do it with kids because kids are more into fun. They want something that can be fun, an environment that they can make friends. Unlike the 16 and above. Yeah.
So then how do you go sourcing these kids? Because I understand iko kule Machakos, you've still not expanded bound to areas like Nairobi and so forth, but how watoto unawapata vipi?
Okay, we create awareness through skating in the streets. Yeah, we skate in the streets. We host some events whereby people can come and watch and see the importance of the sport. Yeah.
Skating is actually a fun sport, as he says, and we're having those kids right there skating, showing their prowess, how they've undergone the training and what their coach has been doing. He says that he's been doing this since 2015, and now we're in 2022. So clearly this just shows you that it's not just those sports that can be fun kind of sport, but also can be an income generating kind of sport. You talked about the safety of it, and unasema that you're also doing it on the streets, but we keep hearing that that could not be safe enough. Why? Because kuna magari, kuna motorcycles, as in the streets in itself it may not just be a safe environment for this kind of sport.
Yeah, I would say these skills is safety itself. When a kid is skilled, it's safe. If you're skilled, you're safe. One, that is the first safety. The other safety is now the safety gears, and the other one is the discipline. If they have discipline, it's easy to control them. Yeah. So we organize them and take them to the streets. They have whistles, they whistle in the roads and in the line. Mm-hmm. So they are very safe. Yeah, that's how we do it. We make sure we blow our whistle, we mean it.
So you're saying that these kids actually skate on the street and not a specific skate park?
Yeah, exactly. Nobody knows. Nobody will know if you exist if you don't show yourself. So we because our park that we use is a little bit hidden, off town. So I move the kids to town. Yeah, that's how we create awareness. That's how people get to know that skating exists in Machakos. Yeah.
You have talked about skills. I just want you to break it down for us. And I believe that also this is part of the training, because you definitely offer these kids training. So I want you to break down for us the skills as well as the training and how long training takes.
Okay, it depends with their learning curve, or I would say their consistency and their passion, and also their learning styles. Because it won't take the same time to train different kids, because this one has a passion more than this one, or this one has a better learning style than the other one. Yeah, but roughly it can take 1 week to learn the beginners, basic part,
And the Masaku Skaters Club are already here, skated enough. I'll be engaging them in a few. But before we get to do all of that, how about we understand perhaps the recognition that this kind of sport has gotten in the country? I mean, Coach Steve, KFRC, that is the Kenya Federation of Roller Skaters, is now mandated to ensure that this sport gets enough recognition in this country. Do you feel like they are doing enough as it pertains to that? Are we really aware that there's a sport like this that actually exists?
Okay, I want to appreciate them if they feel that they are doing the best.
Okay.
Yeah, but to me, I would say that they need to reach us. If the people who are far from a city, they need also to reach us and work with us, encourage us, because they're in a position of, and they got all what it takes. To support us.
And of course, I mean, they also organize events. They organize different skating activities. Do you feel like this is enough? Because we also need involvement from the government and the state to ensure that we can get that recognition. Someone said that we cannot just be an athletic kind of country, which is good, but can we also try and dive into different kind of sporting activities? So in that regard, when it comes to events, that they organize the races, is it good enough?
I would say that events are not enough, because these kids need to learn a lot, that need to maintain them or sustain them in the sport, because basically it's discipline is the backbone of everything, and there are kids who got a different story. They just joined skating to have fun, to make friends. So they need that that opportunity also to enjoy themselves. They are not competitive. Yeah, so I think skating, they should use skating as a tool to empower these kids, to empower skaters, to grow socially and emotionally, exactly, yeah.
So you feel like there's really need to do more for this sporting to get the enough recognition that it needs?
Yeah, if you have skaters who don't have a discipline, you're a loser, because you work with them today, tomorrow they quit because they didn't understand the sense. You didn't nurture the spirit of the game. Yeah, so we need to get them learning first about skating, the importance of skating, before we proceed now to events. Exactly.
All right, Coach, before you finish this conversation, I want us to talk about the income that this sport can bring, because vile ulisema hata wewe ulianza kama a fun just a fun activity up until you realized, by the way, let me also bring these kids together, let me train them, let's see how this can go. So people really think of it still as a fun activity. We're not really regarding it so much as an income generating kind of sport. Talk to us a bit about that.
Sure. Okay, I would say there's that perception that only cool kids should do this. No, this is a sport of a rich kid.
Right, let me just cut you short on that because the weather has decided otherwise. But I was speaking to Coach Stephen Kioko, and very quickly before we get to cut short this entire conversation, I just want to engage the Masaku Skaters Club very quickly because they have something for us, and they obviously have to finish this show with whatever they have for us. So on to you guys.
Yes. Rangers.
Masaku Skaters Club. Discipline, preparation, and victory. I'll never give up. You can't stop me or break me. Nothing will stop me from dreaming. I'll make my dreams come true. I believe in myself and I always win. If I can fly, I can run. If I can run, I can walk. If I can walk, I can crawl. Because by all means I must keep moving. Reminding myself that God is in me and nothing can defeat me. Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from the evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power and the glory, forever and ever. Amen. Oh God of all creation, bless this our land and nation. Justice be our shield and defender. May we dwell in unity, peace and liberty, plenty be found within our borders. May the grace of the Lord Jesus Christ, and the love of God, and the fellowship of the Holy Spirit be with us now and forevermore. Amen. I'm disciplined to honor God and every authority for the peace of my country and joy my family.
Yay! And they say by all means they have to keep moving, and so also is you. By all means you have to keep moving. This has been the Masaku Skaters Club, and what you have been talking about is this skating for life, also trying to understand how this can transition from just being a fun sport to an income and a money generating kind of sport. We still have plenty more in store for you, so stick with us. This is Good Morning Kenya.